Welcome back to another episode of the Top 5 Zeta Leaderships. In the previous Top 5 episode, we had Darth Maul sitting at number 5, with the amount of changes including new characters and healing immunity now affecting protection. What will our Top 5 look like as of today? To make this easier for my viewers, not only am I going to rank the top 5, but I am also going to rate the leaderships out of 10 for the arena, the pit and the tank takedown. Hopefully this will give you a clear understanding of their full potential. On that note, let's start the top 5 Zeta leaderships. At number 5 we have Clone Commander Cody. Cody's Zeta leadership provides clone allies with a 30% critical chance and other allies gain half that amount. Cody gains 60% defense for each living clone ally and other clone allies gain half that amount. Clone allies recover 5% of their max protection whenever they use a basic ability. Clones generally can be hard to defeat under this Zeta, but with the newest changes to healing immunity now affecting protection regain, this really puts them at a huge disadvantage within the arena. Clones currently have 5 characters in game, none of which are a taunter. With the new added 4x speed mechanic and the fact under this Zeta leadership, this clone team relies heavily on staying alive as a unit, and it only is really a matter of time until they do fall one by one. Because of this, in the arena I would rate them 4 out of 10. In the pit I would rate them a 3 out of 10 based solely on the protection regain, but even with any amount of protection regain, nothing will stop a Devour from the Rancor. But none of this is why this Zeta has made it into the top 5 Zeta leaderships. This Zeta really shines in phase 2 or 4 of the tank takedown raid. Did I say shine, or was I meant to say the King of Kings, and holds the current title for the best Zeta lead in the tank takedown, rating in at a 10 out of 10. This Zeta leadership can score you millions of damage in these phases, and it's a really must-own Zeta. If you are interested in some detailed guides for these clones, please check out Mcmole's YouTube channel. In at number 4 we have Finn. His Zeta leadership provides resistance allies with a 30% offense and a 60% defense, and other allies gain half that amount. Whenever a resistance ally loses foresight, they gain advantage for 2 turns, and whenever an enemy takes damage from expose, this reduces all cooldowns of the resistance allies by 1 and grants them 35% turn meter. In the arena, this team can be really great on the offense, but cannot hold as well on the defense. The biggest weakness to this team is going to be the enemy applying tenacity up or cleansing them expose. The negative effects of Daze and Shock will also stop any turn meter gain within this team. However, this team does have 2 taunters, a cleanser and a dispeller, making this team a very well-rounded team for the arena. I rate this leadership within the arena a 5 out of 10. This is mostly because what they are capable on the offense being a well-rounded squad, but it does lack a lot on defense. The pit I would rate them a 4 out of 10. Like clones, this really isn't an area which they're going to shine in, but again with the turn meter gain, this will make them outlast clones slightly within this raid. This Zeta leadership may not be the king of the tank takedown, but easily rates at a 7 out of 10 with the ability to score 3 million plus in phase 2. In at number 3 we have Captain Phasma. Whenever an ally attacks, they have a 20% chance to call a random ally to assist. This chance is tripled if the attacking ally is first order. If that ally had advantage, they regain it for 2 turns. First order allies gain advantage for 2 turns at the start of each encounter, can't be critically hit while they have advantage and gain a 20% potency. This team is really good on the offense and can handle quite well on the defense. Unlike Resistance, this team gains turn meter from individual first order characters within this team and does not rely on applying negative effects to function. Under this Zeta leadership, First Order have a 60% chance to assist attacks. They also gain crit immunity when they have advantage applied to them. This team hits very hard with the presence of Kylo Ren and First Order TIE Pilot, but falls victim to buff immunity, shock and daze. Buff immunity will stop any buffs being applied to this First Order team. Shock will prevent any turn meter gain, but Daze, the most devastating debuff to this team, is stopping both turn meter gain and assist attacks. But regardless of the debuffs, this team is still a very strong team and rates a 7 out of 10 for the arena. The Pit, slightly better than the Resistance, but still not enough to push it outside of a 5 out of 10. Within the tank takedown phase 2, I would rate this team the same as Resistance, a 7 out of 10, with being able to score a 3 million plus, but has the high potential with a fully Zetaed First Order team to push to an 8 out of 10, surpassing the Resistance team. If you are looking for a dedicated First Order channel, then please make sure that you do check out JeA Kylo Ren. At number 2, we have Darth Maul. All Sith allies gain 20% evasion, gain 20% turn meter and stealth for 1 turn at the start of each encounter and whenever they evade or are critically hit. They cannot be critically hit while stealthed and gain advantage for 2 turns whenever stealth expires. The stealth and turn meter from this ability ignores taunting allies. Sith are now extremely powerful with the reworks and the new added Sith characters. The combination of Dark Nihilus, Sith Assassin and Sith Trooper under this leadership brings a whole new world of pain. If you dislike the speed and dodge meta, you're really going to love this. Combined in speed and dodge, you're going to be getting the Spodge meta with the added annoyance of stealth. The question you may be asking yourself, why is Darth Maul not number 1 on this list? Well, on my previous top 5 Zeta leaderships, Darth Maul was actually ranked number 5 and has jumped all the way to number 2 spot with a solid 10 out of 10 in the arena. That makes him the king of kings for the arena. While he is the king of kings of the arena, he is more of a very distant cousin when it comes to the Pit, scoring a 2 out of 10 and a 4 out of 10 in the tank takedown. Still holding number 1, we have Darth Vader. Empire and Sith allies gain 30% offense and have a 50% chance to remove 20% turn meter when they damage an enemy. This turn meter removal cannot be resisted. While Darth Vader is alive, enemies immediately regain damage over time for 2 turns whenever damage over time expires on them. This Zeta leadership is the only Zeta on this list that caters to 2 factions and also removes turn meter. This Zeta leadership can also be used with characters like Boba Fett. It may not be the king of the arena, but it still scores a 8 out of 10. But there is a place where this leadership is the king of, and that is the Pit, scoring a 10 out of 10. In the Pit, like many, you will be able to solo the entire raid. And if that wasn't enough, this Zeta scores an 8 out of 10 in the tank takedown, being best used in phase 2 or 3. Without a shadow of a doubt, this is the best all-round Zeta, being able to be used in the arena, the Pit and the tank takedown. So what do you think of this top 5? Do you agree or disagree? Do you have your own top 5 that you would like to share? Would you like to see any other videos within this style? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to check out gaming-fans.com for your daily dose of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes news. I am putting another survey together, but this time it's going to be for the top 10 most wanted reworked characters. If you are wanting to get involved in this and have your say, I will be posting a short video in the next coming days on how to get involved on this, so do make sure that you are either following me on Twitter at thesmithied or subscribing to my channel. If you have enjoyed this video, then please make sure that you do leave a like. Thank you very much for watching. I'm thesmithied. May the Force be with you always.